made it home from the cruise, and here I am. And guess who has arrived to my house? It's Panchito from the Three Caballeros. After I got home from the cruise with my family, and I go home in my own way, and this is where I see the package in my house. Arrived there like few days ago. And when I open the package, he's finally out in perfect condition. He looks just like in the pictures. That pictures that MyPlushBuddy showed me before I approved the design and the colors. And then I paid $99 for 5 extra removable clothes with Velcros and some buttons. You can see the different clothes I request. The 5 extra removable clothes, so Panchito is a dress-up doll. So I thought making extra removable clothes or / outfit attires for any characters in different sizes can be such a fun idea. Like, you can treat your OCs as a plus persons as dress-up dolls with outfit designs and colors. Well, I'll show you the outfit designs later. Anyway, I'll let you take a good look at him. This one is some sort of sombrero. But at least I got a better sombrero. My sombrero fits him, since he's a 3 feet tall plus / 36 inch tall in height. And if you look, you can see he has tail. You can see how big he is. Now I'm going to remove the hat so I can let you see without his hat. And then I'll try my sombrero hat on him. There you go. Now you can see without his hat. Without his hat. It's a chicken comb. And mainly on him, you can see how good he looks. Just make sure my microphone on. He's a kind of bit heavy, like few pounds, but at least it's a good thing I have a talk with the security supervisor / manager leader in Disneyland, and they say like a 3 feet tall plus might be sweet to have a companion, unless she's not mistaken. Bringing a 3 feet tall plus, / 36 inch tall plus character plus can be harder and cumbersome. But you can find the question answers in Disney website, where you can see about 36 inch Panchito doll, and you'll see the answer from the panelist. Like, comparing between the security supervisor and the panelists of Disney, they say that bringing 36 inch tall / 3 feet tall character plus like that might not be a good idea. It's like, unless if you want, you have to put them in a locker, a jumbo size locker. At least it got me into my better understanding. So and according to security supervisor, panelists from Disney, and guest relations, I mean, if I don't want to have a hard time, but trying to decrease the hard time, which is cumbersome, they will recommend me is what's better than a 3 feet tall is 2 feet tall / 24 inch tall character plus. Which I'll show you my ruler. This whole ruler is a whole 3 feet tall ruler, 36 inch. Now, if I ever request is a 2 feet tall plus, which is according to the security supervisor, like a 2 feet tall character plus in the similar height as a 2 feet tall bag, a bag size or backpack size, this will be a good recommendation. So no more than 2 feet tall. It's not a suggestion. It's a heads up message. So the heads up I'm telling you is, if you want to bring in character plus, sorry for the interruption, because It was just a dinner, like, delivered to my home. Okay, and here's the ruler and this character. Okay, here it is. According to the ruler, you can see that Panchito is 36 inches at all. So he is 36 inches tall, slash 3 feet tall in height, which you can see that. Okay, in order to reduce one with 36 inches, here we go. It's more like cutting off one side short. So, there, 24, you see that size? 24 inch tall slash 2 feet tall. So, I'll show you the calculations. 12 inch equals 1 foot, and 24 inch equals 2 feet. 36 inch equals 3 feet. So that's all I'm showing the calculations. I'm just somehow good with some math, but not every math. Okay. You see what I mean? The plus should be in a similar size like this. So imagine I carry it. This is a lot easy to carry. No wonder why security supervisor recommend me is a 2 feet tall character plus. Just like I saw a 2 feet tall Mickey Mouse Plus in Toontown in the store next to Runaway Railway, which I happened to measure when I see that big plus size of Mickey Mouse. When I find out it's 2 feet tall, I thought I find that plus size recommendable. While bigger than 3 feet tall, plus size is not recommendable, especially it can be considered a little, causing some safety concerns and blocking the paths. That's just like the security supervisor spoke to me, like in private, after my security search, like checking my purse, which before I request to speak to the manager or leader of security team, which is called security supervisor, head supervisor, which turned out to be some young woman, the young woman who looks like she's 24 years old, like university aged, but she's an expert in security and safety protocols. She's an expert, and she can be very nice and sweet. Okay, I'm gonna cut this short. Okay, to put it shortly, if you ever want to bring a bigger size of the character plus, like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, 2 feet tall slash 24 inch tall height will be a lot recommendable, especially easy for you to carry everywhere you go inside Disneyland parks. But having 3 feet tall outside of Disney parks is okay, like Disney Hotel, but not inside the parks. That's all I'm giving you a heads up message. This, the one where the character would also be this height, which is like, if it's a head and the legs, body, head, then this will be a lot easy to carry, and you even don't have to put in a locker unless they told you to put in a locker for safekeeping. So let me write this message for you. See that? Especially I spoke both to Reddit and security supervisor. Like it says, 2 feet tall. See, well, it's hard to speak because you can see my writing. 2 feet tall, character plus size is a lot recommendable and easy to carry in Disney parks. Especially you can either put in your backpack, a smaller standard size lockers. Even you can put it on your lap, like how you carry the baby. But 3 feet tall slash 36 inch tall slash 3 feet tall height. Character plus size is not recommendable and considered a hard time, a burden. And it even caused safety concerns and causing the passageway obstruction. obstructing, as in blocking the path. Okay, enough of that. Now, it's time for me to show you about that I got his removable clothes. They're right here. Oh, but first I've got to put on that sombrero hat. Almost forgot. This is my sombrero hat. You used to saw me wearing this one in the past vlogs, but I hope it fits him. There you go. I'm very surprised that my sombrero even fits him. So I think this sombrero is a lot better than the first one I showed you, which is like floppy and never stands up good. But this one stands up and is very stiff and firm. The weave, some sort of weave basket material, if you look. Okay, now time for me to change the clothes. It's gonna take a while. Let's see, like, which one I want to pick to try on, change faster. Okay, I'll try on Platinum outfit, which is known as Disney 100th Platinum Celebration. Now, time for me to get him changed. He's a dress-up doll after all, and these clothes in the back, these are all 5 extra removable, changeable clothes / outfit attires total. Time for him to get changed. you have it. That's all the clothes I showed to you. Of course, you during the fast motion, but if you're on a YouTube, if you happen to see the speed settings, like set it from normal speed to slow speed, then you can see what I've been going through. Like, you saw me struggling with some of the clothes that I seen too tight on the wrist, arms, and the legs. Okay, MyPlushBuddy, surely I'm going to rate it like 5 stars, but the reason why 4 stars is, I'll tell you why. And I'm going to give you, like, suggestions. Well, more like an idea, but I'm just going to correct you to your mistakes. Okay. Alright. Alright, MyPlushBuddy, I'll tell you the problems about these clothes. This, if you see me struggling, if you watch my video, you saw me struggling. So, while Panchito's wearing the pajamas, I appreciate that you make the pajamas a little loose so it's not too tight on him. For example, when you saw me put the pajamas on him, like, it doesn't feel so tight. Not like skin tight, a little loose. Just like this one, like, I just slipped the hands out and in into the sleeve without any problem. Plus, the pants, the loose pants like that is where the feet can fit in and out very easily instead of taking too long and you see me struggling. I'll tell you which part that needs to be fixed, like what needs to be readjusted into a little bigger next time. Okay. For those sleeves, next time you can make the sleeves a little wider instead of too skinny and too tight. So make the sleeves a little bit bigger, like this, a little bit wider, a little big and wide. So that way I can easily, pull the hands in or push the hands out every time I change his clothes and take up his clothes. Those are mistakes. So sleeves need to be a little bit bigger or need to be a little wider instead of narrow tight. So, like I saw, it's a little small. So what would correct do is make it a little bigger wide, like this, a little wider instead of tight. So make the sleeves a little bit big and wide next time, so it will be easy for me to change and put on and take off the clothes. And this goes the same thing with this ankle hood, which you saw me struggling to, pull the feet in because it's a little tight around the bulky feet. That feet. So make it a little bit, make it a little bigger and wide like this, bigger wide like this. So not too small and tight, just a little bit big and wide like this. So you saw my hand. And that goes the same with to the pink one, which needs to be a little bit big and wide like this. So what I meant to say is a little bit wide and loose, so it's not too tight on the feet. And the black pants, it turned out to be too tight on the legs, which you can see me struggling putting on and taking it off. So next time, make this black tuxedo pants a little bit loose, and a little bit big and wide. Just like this. You can see how big and wide it is. So this is like big and wide. This is like big wide, like this. And while this one is small, so next time, make the pants a little bit more big and wide, like this. Just like Panchito's pink pajama pants, in the same size and the looseness instead of tightness. So that's all I'm giving you corrections next time. Oh, and on the back, instead of the halfway Velcro, you can make this shirt like all the way Velcro. Just like how you did the shirt, a white tuxedo shirt, just like this. You know, like this. Oh, and the whole red shirt, not too tight next time. Just a little bit loose and a little bit big so I can easily put it on and take off very easily without any struggles. And the sleeves, it's a little small, so make that a little bigger. Make the sleeves a little big and wide. Like that. Just like the sleeves which you see me holding. So the sleeves need to be a little bit big and wide, just like that. Just like the sleeve size, like a little bit big and wide, not too tight, which I tell you. And this white shirt, you can see it was a little too tight on Panchito doll. And the sleeves, it was the most difficult part. And the problem is, the sleeves are like too tight and a little small, which you saw me struggling putting it on and taking it off. It was hard. So make that sleeves a little big and wide. You know, big and wide. Big and wide. So that way it'll be easy to put it on and take it off very easily, especially a little fast instead of taking too much time. And this sleeves is the whole sleeves is a little small and too narrow and tight. So next time, make the sleeves a little bit big and wider. Like that. Like Panchito's sleeves. Like, I really appreciate that you make the sleeves like, you know, big and wide. Like this. That big and wide. The one I'm holding the sleeve. So next time, if you're going to do this, once you're making the 5 extra removable clothes for my 2 feet / 24-inch tall plus version of Panchito, next time, make the sleeves a little bit big and loose. Not too small and not too tight. No tightness, just loose. Just a little loose, as in big and wide. Just like Panchito's sleeves, that's like big and wide. And it's not too tight. So next time, make the sleeves a little bit big and wide. That one. The one you see right here is a little bit small, so don't forget to. So next time, make it a little big and wide instead of small like that. Instead of small, if I have to repeat. So one more time for me to repeat, because I don't want to repeat, but I have to. Okay. Remember, sleeves and shirts have to be a little bit big and wider, so that way they will look loose and easy for me to both put on and take off. A little bit big, loose, and wider. And that goes the same thing with tuxedo blazer sleeves problem. So the sleeves need to be a little bit big, wider and looser. Loose. Just like that pink, just like the size of the sleeves. I meant to say sleeve size. Sorry, I stuttered. Because I don't know what else to say it correctly. What I'm going to say clearly and a little bit slowly is, I want the same correction thing to tuxedo blazer sleeves. Like instead of small, narrow, and tighter, make the sleeves a little bit bigger, wider, and loose next time. So I'm sorry I have to make such a constructive criticism, but at least I'm giving you a next time. Like there's always next time. Oh, and also the same thing to the sleeves too, which I'm suggesting the same sleeve size for these sleeves. Big and wide and loose. That way it's not too tight on Panchito's arms. That's all I'm telling you right now. So MyPlushBuddy, I hope you can understand and learn from your mistakes sometimes. At least I'm trying to be helpful. So now I'm giving you the future corrections for my 2 feet tall / 24-inch tall character plus size version of the big Panchito. So now you know next time about what mistakes needs to be fixed for the future design. And that'll be all for all the unboxing and review and tryouts. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to click like, which is a thumbs up under my video. Subscribe me on YouTube channel and follow me on TikTok, Patreon, and DeviantArt. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. Oh, and it seems to me that for now, Panchito is my new permanent house guest and a new part of the family. I'll tell you what Panchito and I are going to do in the home. All we have to do is we sleep together in the bed like a married couple, eating in the kitchen, as in eating in the dining room together like a dinner date, watching movies together while we eat popcorn. And of course, I might think about taking him to the mall and the park and take him to Mexican restaurants where we can eat tacos, burritos, and any Mexican meals like Mexican breakfast, like huevos rancheros, which I hope he's gonna enjoy. And so now I feel like I'm answering your question about what am I gonna do with him at home for the rest of my life. And now time for me to go. Goodbye.